What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today I'm bringing you a new video talking about what seems good. This video is going to be in tangent with a blog post up on heroeshearth.com where I talk about what heroes I think seem good. And today we are going to be talking about Malthael. It's been a while since I did a gameplay and commentary at the same time, so we'll see if I still got it in me. But after the rework, Malthael now has the ability to cleave on auto attack, and I think this is the biggest change about this hero. And you'll see right off the start here, maybe not, you'll definitely see it when we get into the lane. When you auto attack, you can cleave. There you go, you can see it there on these two heroes. So what does that mean? That means that you no longer have to attack every minion in the minion wave in order to... Oh my gosh, they're also mid. I'm gonna die. No, I'm good. It means that you no longer have to attack every single minion in the minion wave in order to mark it. You also no longer have to cast your Death Shroud to get mark on the minion wave. You guys will see it here top. I'm gonna be able to walk up, just auto the minions, and get my mark on all of them, right? See how quick and easy that was? So it allows me to, you know, not only save my E if I need to escape, but it allows me to save mana that normally would use to cast my E. Also, you know, your attacks do cleave, so cleaving attacks typically mean you push faster and harder. What does pushing harder allow you to do? Well, in this case, this Tierlist is definitely never going to trade up against me, but being able to push out waves means that you can freely roam the map, especially with a talent like On a Pale Horse. So level 1, we've taken On a Pale Horse here. That allows us to get around the map super quickly. Here on Towers of Doom, this is a really good map to push out and then immediately hop on the easy camp. Most of the time, people won't contest this, and if they do, in most cases, as Malthael, you'll be able to beat them in the 1v1. So there's not many heroes in the game that can do camps as efficiently and as easy as this guy after these changes. At level 4, we're going to take Die Alone. This is the next change that's been made about this guy. What Die Alone allows you to do prior to this patch, he's going to throw his W. I'll try to dodge it here. Maybe he won't. So what Die Alone allowed you to do prior to this patch is, if you only mark the enemy hero, you did bonus damage. Now you can, as long as you're marking only one hero, you do the bonus damage. So this means if I mark that Tierlist and his minion wave, I'm going to do the bonus damage to the Tierlist. So here, maybe we end up killing ourselves, actually. No, we didn't, because we're Malthael. You know, I can blink aggressively, get my mark on the enemy and the minions, and now I'm damaging the enemy with the Die Alone, and I'm healing off the enemy minions. Alright. So it's really, really effective in lane. Might be able to go for this. We're going to use the minions to heal. Tell me he doesn't have a tap or something. Okay. I'll take it, because this gives me a little bit more time to talk to you guys. So essentially, Die Alone is super powerful now. Before, if you wanted to get the Die Alone mark, you had to only hit the enemy hero, which means when you're hitting your Q button, you were only healing off of the enemy hero. But now, after the changes, that means you can sustain from the enemy minions while also healing and dealing extra damage to the enemy hero. So, really, really good in lane. Basically, as long as you're in a 1v1 against Malthael, you're uncontested. The enemy will never be able to contest you in the lane as this guy in a 1v1. Alright, so at level 7, we're going to be taking Massacre. I'll talk about Massacre here on the next minion wave, but a little quick tip on camps is if you stand in the middle of the camp, you can cleave the entire camp. If you stand on the outside, as you can see, I had to apply my mark there again, you will not mark the entire camp. So always stand in the middle. This is on easy camp and things like that. So when applying my mark, once you get Massacre at 7, I like to hit the middle minion and then just W. And that'll put a mark on the entire wave. And you can see there just how fast you shove out. The other thing that you can do with Massacre is if you get a mark on a minion or you land an E. We'll try it here. Right, now you can use your W to get marks on the enemies. This guy is attacking so fast. Okay, that needed to end. I got a little dicey. So it allows you, Massacre gives you an ability to contest ranged heroes, which before you honestly didn't have the ability to do. I'm gonna actually soak this. I'm gonna soak this lane. I'm gonna soak mid lane. I want to get my team level 10 first. But let's say, you know, I get a mark on a frontline hero, and he's scared because I got the die alone on him, and I'm doing a lot of damage, and he backs up into his backline. Right? And then I can use my W, Massacre, proc, and get stacks onto the backline. It's really, really good. Or even sometimes, you know, I can back away, bait, and now boom, I got mark on 3. Yeah, he's getting away. Boom. Now I'm mark. I try to apply my mark again. This might hurt. Oh, it's gonna be close. So you can kind of bait the enemy into thinking that you've decided to run away. The same way before, Tormented Souls has now been nerfed. So I no longer think it's the right ability to take. But Tormented Souls used to bait away like you were gonna run away. And then you would W in and hit your Tormented Souls to apply the mark. Now, basically your 7 talent is that. And this allows you to take Last Rites at level 10. This is the I dare you to 1v1 me, bro talent. Again, here, I'm going to bust out this easy camp because it's just so free. Like, free of charge. Every couple minutes, I come up here, get this, pressure top. Maybe I'm playing Dragonshire. Right, I can go and do the hard camps. Maybe I'm playing Infernal Shrine, I can do the hard camp. Sky Temple, I can do the bot easy camp, right? You just want to apply pressure on the map because if anyone tries to contest you or pressure, you 1v1 them. The only way this goes sour is if the enemy team contests you as, you know, multiple heroes. It's the only way this can go sour. So you have to be mindful of where you're at and where the enemy team is at. Here I see 2 mid, 2 bot, 1 just died. So if this Tierlist decides that he wants to fight me, you know, here we go, I can use that to bait a Massacre on him. If he decides to fight me like this, he loses. We might get him. Yeah, there we go. It's easy as that, boys. When this guy wants some, he can get some. I like how my Q is just max range of D.Va's auto. So I'm draining health and the D.Va can't do anything to me. Level 13, this was a tough one. If you feel not comfortable, like you have the ability to, you know, dodge abilities, I would actually suggest Ethereal Existence. It's kind of easy, and it'll always get value, but if you're feeling up to the challenge, I would take Inevitable End. Being able to dodge CC effects can be really, really powerful, especially versus, you know, abilities like Judgment, for example, this game. You know, this Hanzo could arrow me. Things like that are happening. There's some obvious CCs here that I can dodge. So this, you know, while it does get rid of your marks, you're going to be in melee range most of the time, so a lot of the time you can use your cleanse. I'll show you it here on the minion wave, right? So let's say you're autoing, right, and you W, you can cleanse yourself and then auto again, and you'll cleave and get that mark. Or you can cleanse yourself, auto, Massacre, and you get that AoE mark. So you got a different way. I mean, you do lose the marks when you use it, but it's very easy to apply the marks back again. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. So here we go. We see the Hanzo. He's trying to defend this, but unfortunately for him, he's red lighted himself. He's gonna get slowed here. Oh my goodness, I almost feel bad. Hate to see it. and we're going to get some pumpkins in even. Now we're headed back to the middle lane. Pale Horse is really good. Allows you to get around the map just so fast and effectively. But really all you're doing is just pushing, applying pressure, and then in team fight, you're trying to get that mark on that front line and then dive into the back line, right? So at level 16, I like Soul Collector. Reduces the CDR of your Q. Also increases the range. But what I really like it for is just the fact that you can heal a little bit easier. I think that is... Oh my. This guy is going to Amani me. Maybe he dies here. Oh. Yeah, so this is a good learning lesson. Again, as Malthael, you can no longer 3v1, right? Before, you used to be able to 3v1. Like, you could hit Tormented and fight there. Even then, I don't think you could 3v1 a Zul'jin with Amani Rage and 0 health. Just probably not ever going to happen. But before, you'd have a better chance there with Tormented. Now you want to pick and choose your fights, right? You want to be a little more... a little more smart about when you go in, right? You need to find, find that Death Shroud and then follow that Death Shroud up. You guys can enjoy not getting excited about my mic control. Shout out to Merid. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so you do have to be a little smarter about it now, but you don't just hit your R button and then kill everybody like you used to. So here we go. We know that we know that this guy has no ult now, so we can go for him. He's getting resurrected, actually. See if we can put a shroud on him. See if he has his ult now. Nope. Might be able to get behind this guy, even. He's got nowhere to jump on this map. Oh, his minions help. Oh, I missed. His minions give me the healing I need. But in a team fight, really, you just want to terrorize the front line. And when the front line gets scared and starts backing up into the back line, they just give you a huge opening. The other way you can approach a team fight is through flank. Like, you can be really sneaky. Like, let's just say, we'll use this as an example. I don't think the person walking by will see me. Maybe they will. But essentially, let's imagine here for a second that I was super sneaky, and I was so sneaky that these people are going to come up here and go for this objective, right? It might happen here as a good learning experience. So what happens when they come around and try to grab this? Well, if I've been sneaky enough about it, and I've been quiet, and I've been patient, and I've waited, and I've had my angle, and I've just absolutely prayed to everything that they just walk up here and try to channel this, then I'd be behind the enemy team, and they'd have a hard time dealing with me. It will happen. I know it will, because the objective is right here. It has to happen. For the sake of this video, it must happen. Here we go, guys. The moment we've all waited for. The other team is just going to let us win. It looks like. You really hate to see it. You really do. But you guys get the point. If you are patient and you wait, the other team will eventually either give you the objective so that your team wins, or allow you to get behind them, sneak up on their back line, get that first mark. They use their escape. You use your W. You get the last rights out, and you execute, right? Obviously, a character like Zul'jin is really good, too, versus last rights, because he's got an ability that says you can't die, and last rights has an ability that says you need to kill the person. So they kind of combat each other with their effects, but overall, I think if you're patient, you can find flanks, right? You want to either contest front line or find the flanks, get on the back line. Those are the two ways to approach team fights. A lot of the time, his effectiveness is just through playing the map. And you can see here, We had 14,000 XP contribution and 90,000 siege damage. He's kind of like Zool almost. Like if you imagine old Zool back when you would just run around and wave clear, and like running around wave clearing was effective, and that's how Zool got value. That's kind of the same way as this guy now. But imagine if Zool, every time you try to contest him, he just one-shot you. That's where Malthael's power comes from. So that's going to be it. I mean, overall, I think this character seems really, really good. I know the nerfs that Blizzard did, they thought was enough, but they gave him so much in that cleave effect that honestly, it just feels so unnecessary. They gutted Tormented Souls, but they powered up the rest of his kit. And what we're left with is this beast machine of a wave clear soloer. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, please make sure to throw a like and subscribe. If you have any further questions about Malthael, let me know in the comments below. Let me know also if you do feel like he seems pretty good. That's what I want to take away from the end of this video. But that's going to be it. Again, check out heroeshearth.com for all new content. And again, we will have a write-up about Malthael there for my Seems Good series, as well as my tier list and builds. You can also check me out on Twitch and Twitter. Those will be in the description below. But that is going to be it. Again, thank you all so much. And until the next time, I'll see you then. Cheers.